Hello, welcome to an overview session of SAP solution for higher education branded as Easy Education by StraVis. I am Sudarshan Tyagarajan. I am one of the founding partners and the head of education vertical in StraVis IT solutions. As a part of this overview session, I will be walking you through what we believe as a solution that can right fit into any higher education establishment in Indian context and also globally with some localizations that are required. As a part of this presentation, I'm going to be giving you a brief view of StraVis as an organization, followed by a detailed view of our solution for higher education and research, which is Easy Education. And I will also subsequently take you through a couple of case studies of our success stories in the education space. StraVis is a 5-year-old organization, but the amount of experience that the leadership team, my peers, my partners, all of us put together bring to the table is over 100 man years of SAP experience. All of us are technocrats who have served in various leadership capacities in large IT, SAP delivery organizations and competency organizations, handling large SAP accounts, delivering to customers across various geographies, building large teams. In an endeavor to replicate our professional experience into our own organization, we came up with StraVis IT solutions. And this organization we have built with the values and quality combined with our experience and capability. The fundamentals that we believe in are is about having the right kind of skills in the organization. We have a 240 strong workforce with a very good blend of SAP and business experience. We are ISO 9001 certified organization from quality perspective. We are in the process of getting ourselves certified on CMMI and ITIL frameworks as well. We are based out of India and USA. Our global headquarters is based out of USA, and our our Indian operations are based out of Hyderabad, and we have smaller setups in Delhi and Bangalore as well. As a testimonial of our experience being put into this organization, we came up with ideas and solutions that we could tailor make literally as an industry template where we put the right business process optimization techniques, the quality principles, the best practices for a given industry, all of it together and come up with a solution for a few industry segments which we had them certified by SAP. Hence, I go to say that the testimonial of our experience having gone into building these organizations are these certifications. Today, we are proud to say that we have solutions that had been certified by SAP in the areas of higher education and research, and also human capital management. Our vision, mission, values are basically uh, aligned with the larger goals that we work with as a group. We believe in providing a professional execution with the right amount of attitude and accountability built into it, and have an organization which learns and innovates every day. We live and breathe by these values, and these values go into our solutions as well. With that as a background, I'm going to jump right into our template solution for higher education and research, or universities and colleges. Uh, to give you a bit of a background, we as an organization with our workforce we had tremendous potential in the area of human capital management. And with that as a basic, we ventured out into the higher education and research space, as the SAP solution for this space is based on the framework of human capital management combined with a few other concepts from other areas. So during the first year of our existence, we had an opportunity to work with one of our customers today in an SLcM enhancement, I would say, an implementation as well from a certain angle, the project, which resulted in us gaining the experience and getting a feel for the product. And from there onwards, we went ahead and did several implementations. And after our second implementation, we realized that we can add value to this industry vertical and add value to multiple customers in this industry vertical of higher education and research by taking the right template into our customers. Why the template? A template, we believe, helps in two or three different angles. This template helps in reducing the implementation time, because we have already built what is needed by educational establishments from admission to alumni, not only in the area of student lifecycle management, but also in all the surround areas around faculty development or financial management or establishment processes. Our solution pretty much covers all aspects uh, of an educational establishment administration. And with the rapid deployment approach that we suggest in adopting this template and doing the implementation, we foresee a significant 30% improvement in terms of the ROI, supported by a subsequent reduction in the implementation cost. Our solution approach towards the implementation is basically to take the template, adapt the template, and localize it to the extent that is required for the university or the college where we are implementing. Position the best practices in the implementation, which is supported by the pre-config solution that we have, and also some enhancements that we have built on top of the standard solution, and take it as a, a rapid deployment solution into our customer setup. Planning to provide this solution in SaaS and hosted models in future, but that's of course uh, something that we are working towards right now, closely in conjunction with our partners, and this is the place where we want to be in future. Jumping into what we have today, our solution for higher education and research organization, which is called Easy Education, supports these process areas. From a student perspective, we cover the entire student records, which includes the student master data and the transactional data from admission time to the time the student becomes an alumni, the academic structure, student financials part of it in terms of the fee collections, fee calculations, tracking of the fee receivables, sending out communications to the students, making the financial statements visible to the parents through the portal functionality. All of that is part of the student financials. Indirect procurement, which is the establishment process of the procurement that is required for educational establishments. Financial accounting and management accounting, which basically are in line with the laws of the land, and also uh, the, the uniqueness that is required for educational establishments are built into it. Human capital management with a significant flavor added to support the idea of faculty management, especially in the areas of tracking the right kind of information to report to accreditation bodies, and also tracking the details of the accomplishments of a faculty, be it publications or conferences conducted, supported by self-services for the faculty. And of course, students also have the self-service functionality built into the solution. We have enabled all the standard reporting. In addition to that, we have put in a lot of custom developed reports into the solution, which we feel are requirements of all organizations. We have added additional functionalities into the setup, such as placement functionality as it is required in Indian context. Transportation functionality, we see that as a challenge that is faced by many engineering colleges which ferry students uh, across the cities where they are operating, and get them to a campus which is usually outside the city. The management of that, the fleet of buses that they operate, and optimization of their usage is something that we have built into the solution as well. In addition to that, we have already made tailored templates that can be used for organizations to report to the accreditation bodies such as NAC and AICTE and NDA, etc. Of course, all these come pre-configured in our solution, and the implementation add-ons, which are basically the tools and the supporting documents that come as a part of the implementation, such as business process flow maps, for the customer to understand with what process flow background the solution has been designed and pre-configured. We have built test cases into the thing for the customer to get a feel for how the solution would work. We have also we're also providing training manuals and configuration guides, which are anyways the deliverables for the implementation. We have defined roles and authorizations in line with the business process flow that we envisioned, and of course these can be fine-tuned according to the requirements of the organization. Dwelling a little deeper in terms of what is provided in the ready-made template or the pre-configured solution, I'm going to pick each one of the functional areas and walk you through the details of the sub processes that are built into those areas. So, to start with student records, the entire student master data maintenance. SAP as a solution comes with over 300 and 400 varieties of information that can be captured at the student level as master data. We have gone ahead based on our experience and identified those essential fields that are required by an educational establishment to track from a student perspective. This includes student personal details, educational background, the transcripts from the education that they would have done outside the establishment, like their 10th grade mark sheet, a 12th grade transcript, or their graduation certificates details. All these aspects, along with any test results such as a GMAT or a GRE or a GATE or any other entrance examinations that they must have, or competitive exams that they would have participated in, their parents' details, their various communication addresses, their extracurricular activities. For those colleges that involve exchange, but are part of exchange programs with foreign nationals, tracking their passport and visa details and residence statuses, all those are part of the student master data. And it's nicely integrated with the admission process. So anything that is entered by the student on the online application form at the time of application is automatically transferred into the student master data. The admission process in itself, from right from online application submission enabled through a student portal, an applicant portal I would call it, where a student can go and apply for any of the courses that are available at that point of time or open at the point of time for applications, and paying the application fees online through a payment gateway. Subsequently, processing of that applicant data in the system, either in the form of a merit list or in the form of a counseling program. Subsequent enrollment of the student based on the offer given. All these processes are covered under the admission cycle, and we have used a mix of standard SAP solution and custom extensions that we have come up with based on our experiences in the past and the customers that we have worked with here in India. All those best practices and our lessons learned from these experiences have been built into the solution, followed by the the registration process. uh, this is basically the time the student walks into the college, their initial registration, collection of the fees at that point of time, issuing the ID cards and the RFIDs or any other uh, campus identification things that needed to be provided to student at that point of time are enabled in the registration process, followed by the exams and grading, including all the pre-exam processes and the post-exam processes. Of course, the entire class conduct process in terms of class scheduling, attendance, are all part of the standard solution. The re-registration processes, such as the semester after semester registrations of the students that needed to be done, and any potential deregistrations or withdrawals from the programs are also taken care of. And placement is a functionality that we have bolted on as an add-on to the standard solution to support the Indian context. We are providing a comprehensive view. We have variants, we have variety of portal views that we have made for our customers. So to you, we will offer a variety of solutions for student portal, a transactional student portal, a display only student portal, a student portal which is a mix of both, a student portal which is an aggregation of various services and becomes a single point of contact for the student in your landscape. We have various solutions for student portal, and we leave the option to you to pick the right solution that meets your requirements and your students, and we would be open to customizing those views according to your needs within a limited uh, perimeter of what that solution can accommodate. Of course, uh, we can also build a new type of student portal for you, but that would be an extension to this solution. Student financials, essentially student accounts, creation of a student ledger, uh, a contract account as it is called in SAP, identification of various types of fees that can be collected from the student, determination of the fees in itself, which can be quite complex given multiple parameters that are used to determine what the fee should be. Our entire setup is pre-configured to an extent that uh, we can take your input in terms of how your fee structure will work and just plug the entries into the system, and the system will start computing the fee in your context. The invoicing process, which is about basically generating an invoice and giving it to the student or the parent to enable the fee payment process. The subsequent payment of the fees online, the tracking of it, the MIS around it, the management view of the receivable statuses in terms of uh, what is the overall receivable, what has been the receipt so far, the nature of the gaps between the two MIS that enables this kind of analysis is also part of our solution. The entire academic structure, though we have built uh, the components that are required to build the structure, we also believe that academic structure is very, very unique and specific to each organization that we work with. So we will work with you and build the academic structure within the framework that we have, incorporating the rules and regulations into the system in terms of we have various building blocks that are already put into the system that are part of our pre-configured solution. We have to mix and match those, or maybe fine tune them, or maybe come up with a few building blocks that are required in a specific context, and come up with a framework that can accommodate your rules and regulations into the academic structure. When I say rules and regulations, I'm talking about things like the progression rules, the passing criteria, the attendance rules, any academic rule that governs the, the academic structure in itself can be put into the solution and can be invoked at the right points of times in the student life cycle to check whether the student is in line with your rules and regulations as far as the academic structure is concerned. The materials management component, starting with the PR creation and all the way till the payable, the entire procure to pay functionality is part of our standard solution. We have built release strategies or so-called workflows to enable approvals of PRs and POs, or purchase requests, purchase requisitions, and purchase orders in line with the best practices that we have seen in Indian organizations. They may have to be fine-tuned to your specific requirement, uh, but that would be a limited customization that will be required. Of course, this is supported by a pre-configured master data solution for materials and vendors. We have identified the fields that are required, that based on our experiences, of course, we can expand and use additional fields that are part of SAP master if your specific case requires it. Transportation management, as I described before, the fleet management part of it in terms of managing the buses that basically that some colleges fly across the city to kind of bring the students to the campus and then take them back home, especially those non-residential colleges. To manage their fleet, we use transportation management solution, and this is completely fine-tuned to the requirements of an educational establishment and from a student view, from a faculty view. So this solution is something that can be readily plugged into any organization which faces this kind of a challenge. The financial accounting from a general ledger, accounts payable, contract accounting, fixed assets accounting, bank, inventory, and financial statements pretty much covers. What we have done here is that we have taken the laws of the land as mandated by the The various acts within income tax are already incorporated into this. We have also taken the specific variations that are required in the context of educational establishments, more from an accounting perspective. They are all built into the solution. For example, we have things like deferred revenue accounting, which is a principle followed by uh, 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 basically when organizations follow US GAAP to kind of ensure that the revenue gets recognized at the right point of time. We have a custom made solution which basically makes it easier for the colleges to do the deferred revenue accounting in a very flexible way depending upon how they want to handle it for various fee components that they take from the student at various points of the student life cycle. We have also extended solutions like credit card or payment gateway enabled fee payments through portal, and complete visibility to all the stakeholders about the account status of the student, how much is being paid, what is pending, when it have been paid, provision of generating the fee receipts directly from the student portal. All these extensions have been put in from a financial accounting and student accounting perspective. Human capital management, the entire faculty management life cycle from recruitment to the management of the org structure, administration of the employee data, payroll, time and attendance, performance management of the faculty, mid-year appraisals, the entire appraisal framework that is required in the context of an educational establishment has been pre-configured, and that's part of the solution. We have already tailored the self-service views for employees and managers to include the faculty flavor in it and add the faculty views as well into it. This is an overview or a detailed view of the process footprint that we bring along with our template solution. I'll take a quick few minutes to walk you through some of the key differentiators that are part of our solution. From an admission perspective, we can cover from the time the student wants to apply to your institution till the time the student is enrolled. The entire cycle, inclusive of all the activities that happen in between, are part of our solution. And it can be automated and integrated completely with your student life cycle. From a class scheduling and attendance perspective, we have fine-tuned the standard solution with some custom extensions to facilitate easier management of class schedules, especially in Indian context. We also provide ways by which this can be integrated with any timetable generating tool that you may want to use. We have enabled faculty utilization related MIS, class utilization like MIS, timetable functionalities that are part of this. Exams and grading process, some of the differentiators that we have put in here are, as I said, we have got building blocks that are required from pre-exam and post-exam perspective as a part of our solution. These building blocks can be mixed and matched according to your requirement, be it the grading schema with a normal distribution or a grading schema with an equal distribution, an absolute grading setup, a percentage based setup, a letter based grading setup. We support our functionality, or our solution has building blocks for each one of these variations. And even from a GPA perspective, we have percentage based GPAs, the 4-point, 7-point, 10-point GPA frameworks that are part of the system already. They can be fine tuned if required according to your requirements. We have also got rules that are returned into the system as template rules for supporting the progression checks that happen at various levels of a course conduct, and these can be customized as well according to your requirements. tools to support re-registration exercise. These are mass activities sometimes that consume a lot of bandwidth in the campus setup. So we have enabled or we have built accelerators to support these kinds of exercises for colleges that need it. Faculty development. Uh, mm, we have enabled solutions within the setup for faculties to submit their research proposals. We have enabled functionalities or placeholders for capturing key details about the faculty's contribution to the academia in terms of publications that they have made, conferences that they have attended or conducted, or books that they have written. All these details are captured as a part of the faculty master data, and these details are published on the employee self-service and the manager self-service for a larger audience if they have to look at it. We have also got a robust performance management appraisal solution built into our pre-configured solution, which basically supports the faculty talent management perspective of it. Transportation is a piece that we discussed already. We have got a robust solution there to provide various types of MIS around it, tracking of the students, planning for the preventive maintenance, uh, provision to plan and track for the profitability by routes, efficiency of the buses that are operating. All these are part of our transportation differentiator. We have other differentiators around student accounting, placement, self-service for students and faculty, and more so in the area of reporting to enable certain compliance related reporting that organizations have to do, and also accreditation related reporting that the organizations have to do. And we have got standard reports that are enabled, and we have got custom reports that we deliver as a part of our standard solution, and we are open to work with you to customize those reports according to your needs to ensure that our solution fits into your setup. From here, I will move on to showcase some of the work that we have done with educational establishments. I take this example of a private university from North India, just about 4,000, shared about 4,000 students when we did the SLcM enhancement for them, taking a setup which had the student master data to incorporate the examination and grading process completely from the time of pre-exam conduct to progression and printing of the mark sheets and displaying of the mark sheets on the student portal. This entire process was implemented for this organization. It basically helped this organization in reducing the time that it took for them to process the results uh, significantly to an extent of about 50-55%. It also improved the accuracy of the results that were published and reduced the manual intervention as well. This is the next case study that I am presenting to you is a case of a greenfield SAP implementation where we had an engineering college operating out of Hyderabad wanting to put an ERP solution in place to come to govern various all the aspects of their academic and establishment administration. So we did a complete SAP implementation for them, including the concepts of areas of finance, human capital management, student lifecycle management, inventory, and purchasing. We Our solution that we implemented for this university enabled the faculty and the staff to perform better, improve their productivity. Students got better visibility into the setup, and the management is having an increased or improved visibility into the operations with some of the dashboard reporting that we have done for them. The next case study that I want to present to you is a case study of a rollout of SLcM or SAP implementation uh, to a small university in northeast of India. Uh, this university is part of a larger setup that had SAP already. So we found it, and this was a startup university. So it was the right time for us to put the right best practices into the setup. And we felt that driving the template that their parent had or the sister organization had would have will help in doing that, and that's exactly what we did. We went ahead and rolled out the solution that we had for the sister organization with the fine tuning wherever required, purely value based adjustments of the business processes to achieve a rapid deployment of the SAP solution in the new university. And we are sure with this solution they have a scalable functionality that they can take it forward as they grow as a university. The next case study that I want to present to you is a case of an ERP implementation for a group of ITIs. These are smaller institutes or a cluster of them, about 100 of them spread across various parts of a state here in India, governed by a nodal authority. And we went ahead and implemented SAP as a solution to basically bring all these ITIs under one umbrella for the nodal authority to have an improved visibility into the operations of these ITIs. This involved implementation of finance, materials management, HR, with an integration for payroll with the state payroll processing center and the student lifecycle management, all the way from the admission process till the time the issue of the ITA certificate and making the person an alumni. This implementation enabled the nodal authority to have a 360-degree view of the organization and all the ITAs that are part of it, and also provided a common platform for all the ITAs to come together and collaborate in order to provide the best value to the students who come to them for certification. I thank you for participating in this discussion about our easy education solution. As you watch this video, if you come up with questions, queries, uh, or points that you would like to discuss, I am presenting all these contact details in front of you. You can reach us at any of these numbers mentioned here, or you can directly reach me at the email that I have mentioned below. My name is Sudarshan Tyagarajan. I thank you for being with me for this presentation. Looking forward to interacting with you in future. Thank you.